I'm essentially talking about football for a living, sitting chatting about football, tactics, transfers, managers getting sacked, players signing, all that sort of thing. So my name is Keith Downie and I am the North East of England reporter for Sky Sports News. So if someone could have said to me aged 14, 15, where would you like to see yourself? I have to say this would probably have been up there with what I wanted to do. Was a writer for a couple of local newspapers and did a little bit for one of the national papers, and then I managed to get my big break in TV. And I always had an obsession with football statistics. I used to watch matches on TV and get my dad to turn the commentary down, and I would sit there and commentate on the game, and then I would do an interview with him afterwards as if he was like the manager or one of the players from the game. So we used to role play, so I think my dad probably played a big part in it. You need to be sociable, you need to be personable, you need to be able to speak to people from all walks of life, being inquisitive but not crossing the line too much. Also the ability to work at any time. So my job in Newcastle is 24/7. Eddie Howe gets sacked tomorrow, I need to jump and be there. I can't not do that. So, I've missed some big family events, I've missed things because I've got a big story happening. So, and a lot of time goes into it away from what you see on the screen. Lots of research, lots of messaging, lots of text. Sometimes I'm sat there on my phone like this and I'm with someone and they probably think I'm being rude, but I'm not. I'm like doing a bit of work at the same time. And the positive is you can break a story on the spot, whereas back in the day you'd have to wait until the next morning's newspapers, or you'd have to wait until the 6 o'clock news. And when I worked at STV, quite often we would hold a story till 6 o'clock. Now at Sky Sports News, and all my colleagues at the former STV, if they have a story now, they just get it out straight away. But when I started covering the patch then in Newcastle, what I wanted was people to sort of recognise me as the person who was involved in sort of the big stories down there in the northeast, whether that be Newcastle, Sunderland, Middlesbrough, whatever. Now, I don't want to be famous, but I want it to be known as, recognised as the person who's the first port of call to go to for Newcastle stories. Thankfully, Newcastle are doing well, Sunderland are doing well, Middlesbrough are doing okay, and thankfully because of that, it makes it an interesting place to operate at the moment.